Let's jump into anger management. Anger is an emotion that we all experience. The frequency and intensity in what someone does with that anger is what anger management typically jumps into. With anger management, the question becomes, what exactly are you doing with that anger? What is the intensity and the frequency of the anger? When you're driving down the road and that person cuts you off, how do you deal with that? Do you just take a deep breath and move forward with your day and let it go? Do you say a couple curse words under your breath and keep it moving along? Do you just lean on your horn? Or are you following this person around trying to initiate some sort of conflict because, hey, after all, they cut you off? If you are following that person down the street because they cut you off, that's not the best way to handle that at all. Now, with anger management, what is addressed is the cyclical nature of anger that someone may experience, improving their conflict resolution skills. What do you do when you're upset? What do you do when you're angry? Sometimes helping someone become more assertive and saying what they want and need. There's some people in this world that just let anger build up deep inside of them. They just let it continue to manifest and grow and grow. And they may be in their workplace where they feel as though they have no power. And then they come home or they leave that workplace. And then anyone who crosses their path feels that wrath of that anger that they've let build up deeply inside them. So in that context, sometimes anger management is used to help someone become more assertive, so that they're not letting that anger build up and so that they can actually express themselves. Also with anger management is addressing anger control plans. What will you do? What is your plan if you do get angry? Because again, that person is going to cut you off. If you're driving in traffic, someone will cut you off eventually. What are you going to do about that anger? And with anger management is reducing the emotional and physical reactions and impacts to anger that someone may experience. And if you're like me and you've ever worked in a retail setting at any time in your life, odds are you probably have encountered someone who is having a bad day that made you think, that person really needs some anger management services. It's the person who you tell, yes, unfortunately, there's a 5 or 3 minute wait for the order, but we'll bring it out to you as soon as possible. And then that person goes off once they hear that it's a 3 or 5 minute wait. Like I said, anger is something that we all experience, but with anger management, it's creating plans to reduce the expression of anger, to reduce the impact of anger, to have plans if that anger does occur, and to reduce any sort of negative impact that could occur from that person having some sort of experience related to anger. So with that, that will wrap up my brief discussion about anger management. Up next, I will discuss ketamine infusion therapy. Thank you.